Hey everyone, Genome here, and I'm coming at you with another how-to video for some newer or newly entering mid-game players who are looking at some easier ways to take care of some of the Doom campaigns. Now, the Doom campaigns, along with some of the later Heroes and Villains ones, have some pretty stringent requirements, and they really force you into some bad corners as far as having to build some teams. So my goal here is to help you save resources and not have to dump them into bad characters and or teams by using the minimal resources necessary to beat a node. I've done a previous video like this when I used Kestrel to solo Doom 3.7 through 3.9, the last three nodes of the Doom campaigns, basically of the regular PvE campaigns. And it saves you so much because otherwise you have to put tons of resources into like Hero Supernatural and or like Power Armor, and they're just awful characters, right? So just dumping those resources into Kestrel, which a lot of newer players got because she was basically a very easily obtainable character, just saved you a lot of time and frustration. I'm going to try to find other nodes in Doom where I can do the same thing. This one came to mind today because I've heard some rumors that maybe Red Skull could be used in the future for a possible legendary unlock. Who knows? I mean, whatever the case may be, it's still Doom. You still want to get 3 stars on most of the stuff because there's, origin pieces and all that, and lots of gold or T13 gear and stuff like that. Stuff you need tons of. Like this freaking catalyst here is freaking, you'll go through tons of it. So it's good to 3-star these for the future when you're farming. So all that long-windedness notwithstanding, let's go into Doom 1 through 4. I've only done the first node as a tester on this to see if it'll work, but I'm going to try to solo this with one of the newest characters in the game, Deathpool. A lot of newer players, hopefully, unlocked her, at least, and have worked on her somewhat. Now, what makes this, or what will make this a little more salient for the newer mid-game player or whatever, they probably haven't really cranked up Deathpool that much. Mine is nothing amazing. 85k. She's gear tier 13. I'm kind of saving miasmas for probably Adam Warlock or maybe Cloak. I may be throwing him into DD4. Story for another day. But she's not like any superpower. As you can see, she's like level 76. I could put more into her, but I need to save gold and resources for other characters right now. And she's doing everything I need her to do at this level. So let's go and see if a character that most earlier mid-game players or mid-game players, solid mid-game players, can actually get to these levels fairly easily, and if they can 3-star the node. Because otherwise, you're going with Hero, Mystic, and Guardians. These are actually some of the easier ones, because 3 of the teams or solo characters that I wanted to use for these nodes are actually on these 4, or these 3 nodes, excuse me. So let's go there and check it out. Solo Deathpool. Let's go. Now, to start with, you might be asking, especially if you haven't seen my other video, which I should maybe remember to link up here somewhere. Genome, why are you taking a chance with a solo character as opposed to bringing a whole team in there or a couple of characters in there? Well, the reason is if you 5-star, or excuse me, if you finish the entire fight with all of your characters remaining alive, that's how you get the 3-star on the node, right? So if you bring a really strong character and a couple of weak characters in there, weak characters get offed, yeah, you still get past the node, but you won't 3-star, and you want to be able to auto these things, right? So you don't have to keep doing this in the future. When you solo, it counts 100%. So if you take a really strong character in there, especially characters that can self-heal and things like Deathpool, you won't have to worry about that. So all you have to do is hope that they survive. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's start with Strange here. Get rid of him. Be selective with your targeting, and know what your character abilities do. In this case, her special and basic are definitely gonna be the strongest things. Or excuse me, yeah, her special and her basic, because both of those have a self-heal attached to them. So I think the rest of the time out I'll probably be using my basic, to be honest with you. So As you can see, okay, I got 3 down. She's still in the green. I could use the basic here. Let's go ahead and get rid of Ghost Rider here quickly. Oh, he's going to survive. One more round. Oops, I forgot about Scarlet Witch doing that. So pay attention to your enemy makeup. Luckily, she's so strong that she's going to blow right past us anyway, I think, even with that misplay. See, you can't even stick a debuff on her for long. Kind of like Kestrel. She can just clear it with 2 of her abilities. She can just clear any debuff that's on her, basically. So, in fact, let's do that right now. And it heals her. So, technically, it's a little bit stronger than Kestrel's. Alright. So, there's 1-4, soloed with Deathpool. Once again, like 83k, nothing special, or 86k, something like that. She is, I believe I have her level 5 green ISO Raider as well. So it's not exactly the prime setup. For a lot of these soloing gigs, you kind of usually go with a healer ISO, just to make it a little more survivable. But she has so much innate healing, she might not need it. Also, check out your enemy list before you go in to look what's going to cause you trouble. A lot of times, Loki can cause you some trouble with your own teammates, but since you don't have any, it probably won't be as bad. Of this group, only of real concern, technically, is Thor, because of the stun, so we'll try to get him down. And, of course, Hand Sentry is always annoying, but let's see what we can do. I haven't done this node yet, so with Deathpool anyway. So we'll get rid of all the other characters. You can do this with so many characters. Silver Surfer and all that. But a lot of people don't have Silver Surfer, so. Alright, so with this grouping, we're going to work on Hand Sentry first. Hope he doesn't dodge. Oh, I forgot you got a partner in this. I don't think it doesn't count against you, though. That's a guaranteed hit, so. Well, I failed hard. But not much you can do about it. Just clear some of this stuff here. Ouch. Alright, so let's hit the max amount of targets here with that. I do have her passive, ultimate, and basic T forward. I do not have her special T forward. So what's going to be the biggest heal here? Probably the special. So let's go with that. I hate to give defense up to these other supernatural, but Ghost Rider can get a little nasty sometimes. I'm going to go for her basic because we need some heals and clear those debuffs. So it's going to be a little bit dicey, but luckily we'll get some weaker ones here. We're going to get rid of this group. See, I'm back to full, just using the basic, so. I do want to start working on Thor. I was really hoping to kill some of the guys, because I might get stunned, and that could end me. All these, let's clear as many of these dodges as we can. Actually, I should have gone. Okay, yeah, never mind. She took care of it. So, gotta love the passive. All right, so Thor is definitely priority target 1 here. But this looks pretty good. Just basic again. And she's back to full health, and this fight is basically over. Not even basically, it is over. So, she's gonna double tap there. Bang. Okay. There's 1-5 down. Let's go to the boss node. Now, typically on these Doom nodes, the boss nodes seem a little bit easier. I don't know. Maybe you just have to pay your dues in the first 2, and they catch you a little bit of slack. Let's see what kind of enemy makeup here. Psylocke is extremely dangerous in these solo endeavors, I've noticed. Mordo can be bad, but not so bad for her because she can clear the debuffs. And Drax is going to be annoying. Now, here might be the hang-up right here is Mr. Sinister. Yeah, this is definitely a much more difficult setup, so we'll see how bad it is. This one may get me here. This one you might need to add a second character, but we'll see. Or make her a little bit stronger. When I did this with Kestrel, of course it was in 3.7 through 3.9. I had her around 92k, so a little bit stronger than this. Let's start with the Juggernaut here. He can really mess your day up. I was hoping to kill him before she did that. Yep. Wow, he did a basic there. It's interesting. Okay, took a lot of damage, but good old basic. See, okay, here's something you have to else you got to think about too. Is when her passive goes off, it's going to hit the lowest health enemy, so it doesn't make any sense to hit him because, well, it does kind of make sense because if you don't kill one of these other guys. But, well, let's see. Let's use this. Yeah, couldn't get one of them down. So I might take an unnecessary hit. That might have been a bad call on my part. Okay, this is where it's going to get dicey. Been really nice if I could build up my charge meter, but there's no way. See, this is the problem. Is Sinister here. Oh, and he asked me to. Yes, I'm going to lose this one. Almost certainly. Because I can't go through 2 rounds with no healing. Dang you, counterattack. Alright, so I might have made a poor decision or two, but this node is not set up real well for soloing. So I would say, of all those nodes, really the only safe ones are the first 2 to solo with Deathpool, unless you have her really cranked up, and then she should probably beat that no problem. Let me see. I think I have some more energy here to grab. Now, something else I was going to test, but I was going to test through all 3 of them, but I think we know how this is going to work. We got some newer characters in Cloak and Dagger that a lot of people are probably unlocking as well, even maybe free-to-play players. So let's see how the duo of them do here. I would just try running with Dagger, but I don't think she would do as well as Deathpool did there. So let's go ahead and just use Cloak and Dagger here. You can use all 3 new warriors and just crush this, right? But I'm just trying to think of newer characters maybe people are working on. Put Cloak up front. And maybe you can save you some resources on some other stuff. But yeah, if you put the 3 new warriors in, this would be super easy. But a lot of people, maybe they somehow missed Deathpool and don't have her. We'll just try it with Cloak and Dagger. I think we're going to absolutely maul this node. When you team up the new warriors, Cloak, Dagger, and Deathpool, the damage that the ult of Dagger does is beyond belief. I mean, the one just that Cloak does is pretty incredible. I'm not going to do it here. Let's just do a special. I'll get a fresh wave to show you how hard it hits. Well, I'm still going to wait until the fresh wave hits. Okay, there we go. But now she needs to get another turn. Okay. Let's see how this works. Once again, I forgot I got low graphics mode set, but you get the idea. It's pretty disgusting. Can't believe they put Mr. Sinister down with a Drax first. That's AI cheating right there. It ain't TikTok strange. Just in case someone dies. I really don't want to put any debuffs down because Doc would just drop them on us, but not much choice. We'll just kill him and then she won't get a chance. Oh, he actually lived. Oh, never mind. Double tap him. Cloak might go down here. Trying to see if I want to do the heal. I'm going to save the heal just in case. She's a goner. Let's heal up. None of my characters of Cloak and Dagger are all that high. Dagger is around 80-something thousand. I think she's... I know she's gear tier 15, but she's only at 3 reds, 3 yellows, so... If I can actually get a kill shot on his basic. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Maybe. Okay, so you can definitely do that pretty easily with just a barely leveled Cloak and Dagger. And as you can see, 3 stars. I was trying to think. I was going to show whether any other characters can do it, but I think you get the point. Deathpool, Silver Surfer can go in there and just wreck face. The duo of Cloak and Dagger, and maybe a higher Cloak or a higher Dagger can go in there solo. I think once I get Deathpool, maybe, I don't know, 120k or so, she might be able to manage that last node on her own. It's just surviving past that Drax and Mr. Sinister is really a bad one. They getting stunned by Mordo is not good. She would probably resist that at the higher gear levels and maxed out at 80 or 85, whatever. But that's the case. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you. I'm going to be looking for more of these that I can do in the future to help you out. Unfortunately, a lot of the team makeups for these nodes are just awful, like the Avengers and Fantastic Four. There's just nothing you can do about it. You're still stuck with garbage because they only let you use the Secret Avengers tag. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and in the future, when I think of the next one to do, I'll be sure to post it as quick as I can. Alright, so until next time, this is Genome, just trying to save you those precious, precious resources.